You know, the main thing I wanted to do when I started doing social media is if I'm able to help, you know, one person, then, you know, I feel like I've done my job. And what's good, y'all? It's your boy Eddie and no Sophia today for this video. Back at you again with another one, man. Right now it is currently 7 in the morning. I woke up around 6:30. You know, I'm headed to the gym, and last night was a cool night. We partnered with this restaurant in downtown LA, Perch and Mrs. Fish. Now, some people are probably like, why'd you go to Mrs. Fish? You're allergic to fish. Well, they have regular food, thankfully. So, you know, I enjoyed it. It was really nice. If you've seen our Instagram, you can see very nice spot, rooftop bar. Some people might ask, hey, why are you at a bar? You don't drink. I don't know, Sophia drinks though, so I just gave her my drinks. But saying all that to say, we had a great night yesterday, a late night, and I'm here filming this video this early because I'm doing something with my family today which would hinder me from being able to upload a video, and that can't happen. You know, we're so close to the end of this goal of posting every single day, and I just cannot afford to, you know, miss that, just because, not that it would mean anything significant, but it's like it's a goal and I want to achieve it. And that brings me into a segue of, what are you willing to do to become successful, or to take your life into the next step, or where you want it to go? There are a lot of people that say they want things, but they have no intention of doing what it takes to do to get to where you want to go, right? I was a prime example of that, you know, starting a social media thing, you know, doing YouTube. This whole posting every day stemmed from, you know, us just being inconsistent, posting once a month, every 3 months. Like, that came from inconsistency. Like, I can't say that I want to be a YouTuber and post once a month or every few months. Like, I have watched a YouTuber, DDG, he posted 3 times a day for a whole summer. That's somebody who really wants it, right? And even if it isn't content creation or influencing, like, you know, I'm also an example of that as well, right? Like, I said I wanted something, but I was stuck in the same, you know, minimum wage job for years, 3 years to be exact. And I always say, like, I want to be rich, I want to do this, I want to do that. But I got too comfortable in my current situation. And so I had to teach myself to become uncomfortable. You know, being uncomfortable is what pushes you to succeed, right? Like, I was frightened, I was spooked to move out. But I knew that if I stayed under my parents' roof and, you know, staying comfortable, knowing that I have that safety net, knowing that I can fail, I could always just fall back on my parents. Like, that wouldn't help me, you know, at all. You know, living on your own forces you to grind, because, you know, you gotta pay your bills, right? Or else you're getting kicked out, right? Homeless. Maybe it could be the gym, you know, maybe say you want to be fit, you want to be slim, you want to lose weight, you want to do this and that, right? But you don't go to the gym every day, you know, not every day, maybe 5 days a week, but even 4 days a week, right? You don't eat like you're supposed to, right? How can you say you really want something but you're not taking the necessary steps, right? When I was, you know, working the minimum wage job, right? Like I had graduated school and I wanted to make more money, so I went back to school to earn, you know, a certificate to be able to do what I really wanted to do and move up in the next, you know, in the next level, right? It took me about 6 months to do it. Maybe 4 or 5, not 6 months, maybe 4 or 5 months to do it. But that was always my biggest thing. It's just like, man, like it's gonna take too long for me to get there. It's like, maybe wasting time, blah, blah, blah. But the way I thought about it was, whether you do it or not, Lord willing, that 5-6 months is gonna pass by anyway, right? Maybe it takes you a year or two. That year or 2 years is gonna pass by anyway. And when you get to that 2-year mark, you're gonna wish that you did it, because then you'd be done, right? My mom tried to get me to go back to school to get my master's degree. And I said no, like I don't wanna, right? If I went back to get my master's degree when she told me to go back and get my master's degree, I would have graduated a couple months ago. You know, like, now the reason I didn't want to go is because I wasn't the greatest at school, right? Like I only wanted to go to school to play basketball, so you know, school wasn't really my thing. But it just goes to show you, like, time is gonna pass regardless, you know, whether you like it or not. And when you look back at it, you're gonna wish that you did the stuff that you wanted to do, because then you'd be done by now, right? So that's just something that I like to keep in the back of my head. But you know, saying you want something is only 5% of the work. If that. Saying you want something is only 5% of the work. You know, that 95% is actually getting up and doing it. And starting is the hardest part. Starting is always the hardest part, you know. But once you get in that rhythm, you know, discipline, that's where you find out it's all worth it. What's good, y'all? Just left the gym. I think I put in a couple clips there. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I don't know. But I want to kind of use this opportunity. I mean, since I was already on my preaching tip earlier in this video, you know, I don't want to make it sound like I'm preaching or, you know, trying to tell you what to do with your life or anything like that. It's just more like a motivational thing. You know, the main thing I wanted to do when I started doing social media is, if I'm able to help, you know, one person, then, you know, I feel like I've done my job. And, you know, a lot of people that message me and, you know, tell us, you know, how much our videos help them throughout the day, and, you know, it makes them laugh and smile and things like that. You know, it lets me know that, you know, we're headed in the right direction there. And so that kind of leads me into my point where I wanted to talk about, you know, mitigating stress. And, you know, y'all let me know, y'all, in the comments, how y'all mitigate stress, how y'all deal with stress and everything like that. For me, you know, lately I've been going through, you know, a couple things, and I kind of had to revisit, you know, how I handle it, you know, because the main thing that I've learned is that worrying about it for too long can only do so much, right? I feel like worrying about it too much can only stress you out more. And I used to be one of those people, you know, people was telling me like, oh, it could be worse, right? And then I would always be like, well, shoot, it could be a lot better, you know? But that's not the right way to look at it. There's always gonna be somebody who's doing worse than you. And I'm grateful for the position that I'm in this current moment. And I don't want to take that for granted, and realizing that life is going to happen whether you like it or not. Things are going to happen that's out of your control. The main thing that you want to do is make sure that you can control what you can control, right? All the other stuff, right, it's going to happen. You know, try to be prepared for it as much as you can. You can't be prepared for everything, but you take that as it comes, right? And it's okay to be sad about it. You can cry about it, right? But don't be out of it too long, because you have to fix it, right? If you don't fix it, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse, right? I allow myself, you know, a few hours to process it before I snap back into it and figure out what I'm going to do, right? Because sometimes you don't have a lot of time to sit there and mope and complain and cry about it, right? Because life is going to move on with or without you. So you have to control the things you can control, like I was talking about earlier, right? Things you can control: discipline, motivation, right? That's all self-inflicted, right? If you know that you need to get up early in the morning to go to the gym before work or before school or whatever, you know that you need to do that, and you can do that, and you're just not, that's on you, right? If you know you got homework and you know you need to study for a test, it's a big test, you know, midterms, finals, you know, whatever the case may be, you know that you shouldn't be procrastinating, right? There's people that go and fail a test and you ask them, well, did you study? No. What are you sad about? You had all the opportunity, all the tools to be successful and to pass that test, and you didn't take advantage of it, right? That's your fault. Right? So control the things you can control, and I think that will, you know, kind of lower the stress levels, because, you know, if you don't control what you can control and you let life whoop your feet, right? You're getting smacked from all areas. You know what I'm saying? But if you can cut that in half by controlling the things you can control, then I think things will go a lot smoother. But that's just me yapping. I just kind of wanted to come on here and talk about that. You know, like I said, there's gonna be a vlog tomorrow because we're going to the beach today with my family, Sophia, and, you know, the grandkids and everything like that. So there's gonna be a nice, you know, cool vlog there. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here. I got up early, right, to go to the gym and to get this video out for y'all, because I know that I won't have time to film anything else. But I'm glad I was able to come on here and, you know, speak some knowledge and some wisdom, and, you know, hopefully at least one person takes it. But thank y'all for tapping in, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell, do all that, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Bye.